6th Combat Battalion. You're watching Fox and Friends.
Your folks may have been looking forward to you moving out when you were a kid, but what happens when you retire and they move in with you? Can you help care for them while planning for your own golden years? Well, millions of us are in this very situation, and our next guest says, yes, you can handle it. Andy Cohen from Caring.com joining us from San Francisco. Andy, I got to tell you, I was astounded at a statistic that I read when preparing to talk to you, that 34 million Americans are right now caring for an aging relative, and that number is going to double in the next 20 years.
Yeah, and it's almost everybody in their 40s and 50s is going to have to deal with this page at some point.
Yeah, I mean, so what can you do? Because all of us are busy with our 401ks and our IRAs, and we're so concerned about our retirement because we all feel like we're going to live to be 110. What can we do to help our parents fund their retirement right now? What are some steps we can take?
Yeah, and there's hope for everybody in this page, and there's some basic things that you can do to make sure that you're not jeopardizing your own retirement and keeping your parents independent as long as possible,
exactly,
which is great for them. So 4 things that you should think about are, 1, make sure they're getting all the benefits and services they're eligible for. If they were in the military at any point in their life, there's great veterans benefits. If they were a teacher or government employee, so make sure you go through their whole job history. They may have something 20 years ago or 30 years ago they forgot about,
right,
that makes them eligible for benefits. So that's the number 1 thing to think about.
Another
first
thing you say, and I thought this was so interesting, understand Medicare, Medicaid. What do you mean by that, Andy?
Yeah, well, it's different from state to state. It's very confusing because as our age, we're not thinking about it. So make sure you understand Medicare, Medicaid. Medicaid offers many more benefits and services, and the eligibility is about your parents' income, not yours. So when you're funding your kids' college education, they look to the parents' income. When you're helping your parents, it's all about their assets. And there's so many misconceptions. For example, if your parents own a home, they still may be eligible for Medicaid. So make sure you understand that,
that
first
is a surprise.
before you tap into your savings.
And something else that you say that sort of goes against what we all think, you say use existing assets to pay for care, when most of us think don't touch those assets like the home.
Yeah, because there's all these new financial instruments that weren't around 20 years ago, things like reverse mortgages and reverse insurance policies, and they make it very easy to, for example, if your parent is single or they don't have a spouse, you're an adult children, they don't need life insurance. They may have 3 or 4 policies sitting around. Can you sell those policies? Can you turn them into reverse life insurance? Same thing with reverse mortgage. It's sort of like a house dividend,
okay,
where they can get a monthly check, they stay in their house, and they only have to pay back the loan when they sell the house. So there's things that weren't around earlier that are now very popular today.
Great ideas. Andy Cohen of Caring.com, thanks for joining us this morning from San Francisco.
Thanks, Paige.
Thank you. And in just 3 minutes, Robert Redford making serious noise about the media's coverage of the war in Iraq. And Bill O'Reilly, well, he's firing back. The Sundance Kid gets factored next. Stay with Fox and Friends.